Sarah Willis here in New Providence, Iowa at the Alderland Family Farm. I grew up on the original Niman Ranch free-range pig farm, which was founded in Thornton, Iowa. And my dad was the very first founding hog farmer for Niman Ranch. I remember it very well because we were really struggling. It was in the late 80s, early 90s. We were having problems selling our hogs at the markets. They would either take us or they wouldn't take our product. And I know my dad and my mom became very concerned about the economics and whether we were going to keep our family farm economically viable. So he started looking for other options and saw some free-range chicken in an all-natural grocery store, saw that it was selling for $8.99 a pound, and thought, you know what, why couldn't we do that with pork? And I encouraged him because it was really at the beginning of a natural food movement where people really were starting to wonder where their food was coming from and wanting to be more connected with the farm, but it wasn't something that was everywhere. So I'm really proud to have grown up on that family farm, and I'm proud of the work that I continue to do with Niman Ranch, just showing people what our family farmers are doing, how they're raising their animals outdoors on pasture or deeply bedded pens without any added antibiotics and fed a strict vegetarian diet, and how that's better for our communities, the land, the environment. It's more sustainable and it tastes better. I think one of the most important things about Niman Ranch is their willingness to work with the farmer and take into account what the farmer's inputs are, what their costs are, what their labor costs are, to reflect a more accurate cost for the overall product, paying the farmers a fair price so that they can continue to live on their family farms and continue their farming operation the way it had been farmed for generations. Now, we've brought in some new technology like skid loaders and things like that, making things a little bit easier, but we still believe in the basic values of raising the animal according to their own natural behaviors and using tried and true traditional breeds of hogs, a crossbreed hog that brings in all the best qualities that each breed has to offer, and then that creates the best tasting pork. There are people who are really interested in where their food is coming from, and they're willing to pay the price that it takes to bring it to the table. We have strict animal welfare protocols. We are supplied by the traditional family farmers and ranchers who raise their animals according to their own natural behaviors. And so when someone buys meat from Niman Ranch, you're not just supporting the one farmer down the road, you're supporting 700 independent family farmers and ranchers who adhere to these strict animal husbandry protocols. I think when people think about sustainability, their first thought is environmental. But when you think about agriculture, there's a lot of different things that go into that. It's not going to be sustainable if the farmer doesn't make enough money to make a living to continue to live on the land and work it. So that's another really huge aspect of sustainability. And another part of that, which is going out a little bit bigger, is the community. So if we keep our farmers, if we can keep more farmers on the land, working the land in a more natural way with nature, then we're going to be able to continue to perpetuate the sustainability of our environment, the sustainability of that family farmer if they get paid a fair price that keeps them on the land and continue to working in that rural community. And then the community itself will have the opportunity to thrive and do better because there will be more people living in these rural areas, working the land and working together in their communities.